What is up, guys? 919 here with some news for you. DC Comics has just announced 9 untitled movies, which means that they selected dates in the upcoming years for upcoming movies. So is this the beginning of the DC Cinematic Universe? Looks like it. These DC movies do intertwine with the Marvel Cinematic Universe dates. We're getting 2 movies in 2016, 2 movies in 2017, 3 movies in 2018, 2 in 2019, and 3 in 2020. So in the next 4 years, we're going to see 9 DC movies. So let me read you all the movies that are coming out, and I'm going to be swapping from DC to Marvel. And it starts off on March 25th, 2016 with Batman vs. Superman. Yep, as expected, they did move the date from Captain America 3, and they moved it up 2 months later. So Batman vs. Superman comes out March 25th, 2016, followed by Captain America 3, May 6th, 2016. Then we get another Marvel movie 2 months later, July 8th, 2016. Then a DC movie, August 5th, 2016. Then we get a Marvel movie, May 5th, 2017. Then a DC movie, June 23rd, 2017. Then a Marvel movie 1 month later, July 28th, 2017. Then another Marvel movie 4 months later, November 3rd, 2017. Then 2 weeks later, we get a DC movie, November 17th, 2017. And then we move on into the new year in March 23rd, 2018. Another DC movie, Marvel, May 4th, 2018, which is expected to be Avengers 3. Then we move on to another movie 2 months later, July 6th, 2018. Then a DC movie 4 weeks later, July 27th, 2018. Then a Marvel movie 4 months later, November 2nd, 2018. So DC comes up as the first movie to release something in 2019, April 5th, 2019. Marvel comes out with another movie 1 month later, Marvel 3rd, 2019. Then from then on is just DC, July 14th, 2019, and then April 3rd, 2020, and then June 19th, 2020. So like I said before, is this the beginning of the DC Cinematic Universe? I believe so. I think DC has finally realized that they need to make a franchise big as Marvel, because Marvel right now is winning on the big screen. DC does better on the small screen, but I really am a bit scared because Marvel right now, their TV shows and their movies are connected in the same universe. DC announced that their movies and TV shows aren't going to be connected, but I have a feeling that they're going to be pressured into connecting them. And Arrow's doing so good right now. The Flash is also going to do really well, I can just tell. And all the other DC TV shows that are coming out, Gotham, Constantine, like, I can just feel like the DC Cinematic Universe could ruin it for them, especially for Arrow, because it's a really established platform for themselves. So I think the DC movie should be separate, but I feel like they're going to be pressured soon enough, and that might ruin the DC TV lineup. So yes, I think this is a good idea that DC is starting to build a cinematic universe, but I don't think that they should be connected with the TV shows. I think those should be separate. I'm totally okay with them being separate. So they didn't release movie titles, but here are just my predictions. They're not in any particular order with the dates, but I will be giving out suggestions of when I want to see these movies. So starting off with number 1, the first movie, or at least my first prediction for these movies, is Batman. The last Batman movie, Dark Knight Rises, came out 2012. I think that it's time that they reboot the series, because pretty much the movie franchise is all about rebooting things. And I think they should reboot it in the later year, like after the Justice League comes out. The Batman movie, I don't know, like, I feel that DC is gonna ruin the Batman movie as well, because we all pretty much know the origin story of Batman. Bruce's parents get killed by Joe Chill. Bruce is devastated, shapes him up to becoming Batman. We don't need to spend the entire movie starting with Batman's origin. We need to start from the beginning, because what Batman vs Superman is doing, they're telling us that Batman has had experience being Batman. You know, he's had so many years being Batman, so we're not jumping into this origin story. And I don't think they should jump into an origin story. They should touch it lightly, but they shouldn't touch it as much, because this is like, I'm considering Batman vs Superman a crossover. I don't expect it to be a Man of Steel movie, and I will talk about that in later on. But the Batman movie should be just a Batman movie. It should just tell us Batman has been Batman for so many years. You know, he's faced with all these people, Joker, Two-Face, Scarecrow, all these people. He's faced with them. Now he's just pretty much facing with them again. We know their origins, at least most of them. If we need to tell the origin, they'll tell us. But for Batman himself, we don't need to see his origin being explained throughout the whole movie. At least touch it for 10-15 minutes of the movie, not 20 minutes, 30 minutes, 40, the first hour of the movie. We just see Batman become Batman. Just a small montage. You know, his parents get killed in the first minute, then the rest is just him becoming Batman in his year one and his other years and all these difficulties that he's faced. You know, we can even see the moment where Bane breaks his back, some of those tragic things. You know, we could even bring in the fact that he had sidekicks, because he had so many years. He would have had sidekicks like Dick Grayson, Barbara Gordon. You know, we can bring those people in. Jason Todd. We could explore the Red Hood. We could do so much with a Batman reboot that starts when Batman has had experience crime fighting than when, you know, we have Batman just starting. So yeah, that's my thoughts and my prediction for the first movie. So that needs to come out before or after the Justice League movie, sometime in 2018-2020. Next one, Wonder Woman. We need to see a female movie, and I hope that DC does it first. I'm not really sure if Marvel's gonna do one, but hopefully they do. But I just want to see DC kick off with Wonder Woman, because, you know, so many people want a Wonder Woman movie, and she's in Batman vs Superman, but we need to see a standalone movie. My next one, number 3, Green Lantern. We need to see a better Green Lantern movie sometime after the Justice League movie, because the first Green Lantern sucked and it came out in 2008. So if we bring in that Green Lantern reboot, 2018, 2020, around that time period, that's like 10 years after that movie had came out. So they should take this time to build upon, and you should bring in everybody like Hal Jordan, Kilowog, Jon Stewart, all these Green Lanterns. You just bring them in. My next prediction, Justice League, which I've specifically put a spot for November of 2017, November 18th, 2017. And the lineup for the Justice League, I don't really know. I mean, we could just bring in the New 52 or the original, the 7, Batman, Superman, Wonder Woman, Flash, Green Lantern, all those people, you know, or we could just bring in the New 52 lineup. I mean, whatever floats our boat. Next movie, Suicide Squad. Why not? Why freaking not? Suicide Squad. It's been heavily shown in Arrow, and we need to see the Suicide Squad on the big screen, because they're doing so well on the small screen. There was even a movie that came out of the Suicide Squad in the DC animated universe, and I will be doing a review soon. But I just think we need to see a Suicide Squad movie. We can bring in Harley Quinn, because Harley Quinn has been already established for Batman. I feel like the Suicide Squad should be a spin-off with the Batman movie. Next prediction, Justice League 2. If Justice League does well, then we get a Justice League 2. That's just my prediction. Next off, Shazam. Dwayne Johnson was considered to play Shazam. He's been teasing about his new DC role so many times. Me, I like Captain Marvel, or Shazam, because he goes by Shazam now. I'm a fan of Shazam. I just don't know if I want to see him on the big screen. I'm not sure. So yeah. My next prediction, Justice Society. Tell me you guys don't want to see Jay Garrick, Alan Scott, who was the first Green Lantern, at least the first human Green Lantern, Al Pratt, the first Atom, Hawkman, Wildcat, and all the other Justice Society characters. I mean, this would be a great movie to follow up with the Justice League, the first Justice League, which came about 2017. So 2018 and between 2020, at least before the second Justice League movie comes out. That would be a great follow-up. I mean, you know, we've had superheroes back in the 20th century, so why not? And my last prediction, it's a wild card because I couldn't think of any others to throw out there. Man of Steel 2. I just don't know what to say about this. I mean, I feel like Batman vs Superman is gonna do this part of Man of Steel, like the Man of Steel sequel. It's not really necessary to bring in a Man of Steel sequel because Batman vs Superman is pretty much gonna play that role. And if we're talking about a proper Man of Steel sequel, Man of Steel came out 2013, and right now Batman vs Superman is gonna come out 2016. So give that another 3 years, 2019, like a 6-year difference. Yeah, 6-year difference from the first Man of Steel to this Man of Steel. So what are you gonna do with the Batman vs Superman? It's just not gonna be based off. You're not gonna. I don't know. I'm really confused about this one. Reason why I didn't put in the Flash or Green Arrow, because these are characters who are being established on the small screen. We don't need to see them being brought into the big screen, the same actors being played by them, because then that means that the TV shows and the movies are connected, and like I said earlier in this video, that would be a bad idea, really bad idea. So yeah, just bringing somebody else is not a big deal. You know, we're only gonna see them for one movie, 2 hours, when we already got like 2 seasons of Arrow and a season of the Flash. So if you think about it, we're seeing more Oliver Queen and Barry Allen on the small screen than on the big screen. What do you guys think? Do you think this is the beginning of the DC Cinematic Universe? And what movies do you want to see being placed in these Untitled movies? Leave me your thoughts below, and be sure to subscribe to my channel 919 for more news if DC decides to unveil those Untitled movies anytime soon. And be sure to subscribe to my other channel, General450. I do a lot of fandom vids there. Follow me on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. I do a lot of updates there just to keep you guys posted. I will be doing my Batman Assault on Arkham review next, so be sure to tune in to catch that. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.